Do we like pineapple on our pizza?
I actually do. A pineapple and jalapeno pizza is, well, okay.
Star Wars or
Hey,
Harry
I don't
Potter?
need any noises from the sound booth. Okay, you didn't get asked to be on the podcast.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Welcome to another episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. Today, I have a really exciting guest on. You know him from his also dating podcast, Endless Honeymoon. He also has a new book out called Subculture Vulture. Give it up for Moshe
Do it again. We'll do it again.
Should I do the whole thing again?
Like a check casher, you know, like a person who cashes.
The last name I've never fucked up.
Here's what happens is you start thinking about it. It's like,
It is like,
Yeah, you start thinking about it, then it gets in your head. I opened for a woman named Karen Rontowski once, and I was so scared to fuck her name up. I had it written on my palms
Moshe
and...
Kasher.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Moshe Kasher. Gosh darn it.
pump. Let's
Should
pump.
I redo the whole thing? I think we got it the second time, right? Moshe Kasher?
Yeah.
You want it again?
I mean, it's your podcast, but there was... Yeah, I mean, what am I? I'm not going to tell you let's do it
Welcome
again.
to another episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. My guest today has a book out called Subculture Vulture, and he also has a dating podcast called Endless Honeymoon, which I can't wait to go on as well. Give it up for Moshe Kasher.
Oh, my God, you nailed it.
See, I can do it.
It was perfect, and it was beautiful, and it's really nice to be on this date with you.
Thank you.
To be honest, you're the first woman I've dated outside of my marriage, and so this is kind of exciting.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
10 years.
It's time.
Yeah. This feels like a nice time for a very public side piece.
Yeah. You know, the amount of times that I have been called a side piece.
I would never. You're my main piece.
Okay.
My wife is my side piece.
We're switching roles. That's some role play right there. Well, the way that this works, I have this menu. I have appetizer questions, main course, and then a dessert question at the end.
Sounds good.
So we're going to go through all the things.
I'm excited.
We'll start it off with something very light. Have you ever committed a crime?
Oh, how's that light? I've committed a number of crimes.
What's your favorite?
My favorite crime to have committed?
Uh-huh.
Probably the funniest crime that I committed was when I was, I think probably almost 15. I got sent to like a juvenile diversion court in Oakland.
Nice.
And I got sentenced to community service for biting my mother.
Ooh, wow.
And the problem with that, I mean, that's obviously an awesome thing to do. I think we can all agree that that's just cool.
I mean, maybe when you're a baby.
It wasn't the titty. It was, I think I bit her hand. She found drugs and then I was shitting. Is this kind of podcast?
It is now.
Okay. So I was on the toilet and my mother ran in like with the drugs and like did like you live in Texas. What's it called is it a nose tackle, a dive tackle in football where they
Oh,
leap
don't
at
ask me
you?
about football questions.
I mean, look at me. I'm less of a man than you are. Like, so whatever that thing is where they dive through the air and grab you.
Yeah, we'll call it a dive roll.
A dive roll. She did a dive roll onto the toilet and started wrestling around with me. This is the kind of relationship I had with my mom when I was young.
Violent
And crazy and drug-addled. She wasn't on drugs. I was, but she was trying to get me to get sober, and then eventually I did, but not
And you
yet.
were how old?
This was probably almost 15.
Wow.
I got sober when I was 15. That's chapter 1 of the book. But anyway.
Oh, this is your book. Let me see.
Yeah, this is called Subculture Vulture, a memoir in 6 scenes. And I go through all 6 of the chapters of my life, which are stand-up.
Can I have this book?
Oh, whoa. What a bold question. No one's asked that. That's really wild. Yeah.
Will you sign it for me too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you want as a bonus, I could bite you and go to court in the Texas system. Which
I bit someone too when I was little.
Really?
I was in daycare and this girl would bite me all the time. And I went home and I had these bite marks and my mom asked me, she said, "Where are you getting these bite marks from?" And I said, "This girl in daycare is biting me." And she said, "Well, what do you do about it?" And I was like, "I don't know, nothing." And she goes, "The next time that little girl," she said bitch, but I'll say girl,
sure,
bites you, you bite her back. And so I did. I bit her on the face.
Wow, you went
I went
up.
I went full like American Gladiator wrestler, and I bit her on the face. And then I got in trouble and they called my mom and they were like, your daughter just bit someone on the face. And she was like, yeah.
Did she bite you again?
No.
Well, that's it. Your mom was a great font of wisdom.
Yeah.
So my mom dive roll. What did we decide
rolled.
on? She dive rolled onto me, and we were wrestling around on the ground, and I started biting her, and she called the police, and I went to this juvenile diversion court thing. Anyway, I got sentenced to community service, and the awkward part of that was the fellas. They started to talk like, "What are you in for?" No one do that.
Yeah, it's like prison.
Grand Theft Auto. What about you? I robbed a liquor store. What about you, white boy? I bit my mama. Better watch out or I'll bite you too.
Yeah.
So that
must have been a strong ass bite mark.
It was a big bite mark, and I'm feeling much better now.
That's good.
But that's my best crime, I think. But I was a tagger, and I was a shoplifter. Oh, I was a big shoplifter, and my friends used to manipulate me because they would be like, Moshe, you're the best. You're the best shoplifter. None of us can do what you do. None of us have the skills. And they knew that I wanted their approval hard enough that I would do it. So I was always the one stealing a bottle of gin for the fellas.
I don't want this to offend you, but you don't look like a bad boy.
That is so true. And I don't take offense to that. I was 15 when I got sober, and I'm not 15 anymore. It's like a different creature. It's like a different character. But I know what I look like. I know.
Well, you look smart.
It sounds like
you look put together. You look like you golf. You look like you should be 80.
It looks like my biggest crime would be pirating a Wes Anderson film. I get that. But I used to have a different life.
Yeah. Well, you cover up well.
Thank you.
Maybelline should learn from you. So did these crimes that you committed, did they ever affect your dating life?
99% of the crimes I committed was when I was like a juvenile delinquent. And once I got sober, that all went away. But, and this is actually the second part of the book, when I got into raves in the 90s, I was like a big rave promoter and rave DJ. I started working for this guy who was like, I'm going to make you my right-hand man. And we started throwing raves together, these big raves in the San Francisco area. And he was not paying me. I'd work for like 100 hours for this guy.
Did you get free Molly?
Well, I was clean and sober, but I'm glad you brought up Molly, because eventually I said to him, I go, dude, I've been throwing these fucking parties for you. I'm your right-hand man, and you promised me that I'd be like your rave prince or whatever. And I was like, and you never pay me. I was like, you said I was your like top guy, but I feel like I'm your bottom bitch, right? And like, where's my money? And he goes, look, I can't pay you for the rave stuff, but I do have a secondary business, which is you could sell Molly for me. And so at 17 years old, I became a clean and sober ecstasy dealer at raves in the 90s. So at that time, perhaps, yes, it helped me with my dating life, because the rave scene was filled with lovely moments of sex and sexuality.
Of course.
But before that, when I got sober, I think I'd had sex one time. I was like a virgin criminal.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a dichotomy.
I am truly a dichotomy.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten back with an ex?
I will be totally honest with you, because we're on our first date.
Please
and I want
do.
you to know who I am. My wife is my first serious relationship. So yeah, I did get back with, I never had an ex. So no, I never got back with an ex, but I did have women that I would date for, and despite the cowl neck, it was all women. I had women that I would date on and off for many years who like lived long distance, or like, or we would have a thing going back and forth, but I never committed until I started dating my wife. She's the first long-term monogamous relationship I've ever had.
Do you think that you learn more about relationships being in one long monogamous relationship, or having a whole bunch of one-night stands?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000% being in a long monogamous relationship. It's so much so that, to be serious for a moment, I didn't understand what relationships actually were until I started dating my wife, and it became committed and monogamous. For years, I would chase after the feeling that you have when you first start dating somebody, which is that it's a drug feeling, right? It's like that butterfly thing. And I thought that's what a relationship was. I thought that a relationship, that love was butterflies.
Was like puppy love.
Right, exactly. So I chased it, and when I would date a woman and that feeling would start to recede, even like for a minute, I would like pull the eject cord. I would be out.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was like a drug addict.
You're
in
like,
that way. It's
this
over.
isn't not going to last.
Exactly. And I had such an immature version of what I thought love and dating was, that I thought the minute that feeling dissipates at all, and it always does, right? I mean, like it always, every single time does, that the relationship was over. So dating my wife, I started to like realize, actually, I read this book because I was struggling. I went to therapy because I couldn't find a relationship. I like just couldn't figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like panic when that feeling would happen. The butterflies would recede and I would feel like,
oh no, not again.
and I would be like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like immediately. So I read this book by M. Scott Peck called The Road Less Traveled. And in it, it describes that process. It describes it as like lust, but I think it was like written in the 50s. I think what they meant was what you're saying, puppy love.
Yeah.
And it said that recedes always, and what's left over is that's what you when you find out if you love that person. Like real love is caring about another person as much or as more as yourself. And real love is like, I didn't even know that love was about partnership. I didn't know that information. Like I thought it was about like me getting
what you wanted.
Yeah, me getting a euphoria from another person. And then I realized with my wife, and now I've been married 10 years, like it's also about like building a thing together. And I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, you are married to Natasha Leggero.
Yes.
So she was also another comic. How did you guys meet?
Well, we met in the stand-up world. And she was like my kind of, she was not like my dream girl or something, but she was dating other people and it wasn't like that. And I was busy doing my like hoe thing. And so it wasn't like that. So that was kind of, in a way that was cool for me because by the time I finally started dating her, I respected her so much that, like I want your listeners to know I'm like a really cool guy and like a really nice guy and like really awesome. But no, I respected her so much as a friend and as a peer that I wasn't willing to like, do it casually. And I told her like, let's not sleep together for a while because I wanted to make sure I didn't want to fuck up a friendship and a professional relationship if it wasn't the real thing.
Right.
And so I took it slow. And I think she was just trying to like get her dick wet. And so she was like, what's going on? Like, what's up with this dude? Like, why isn't he sleeping with me? And I was like, let's go slow. And then by the time we finally did hook up, I knew that I was in something important, I guess.
Yeah. Which takes us to our main course questions.
Yes.
Who is better at planning date night in your relationship?
Oh, it's like an literal ongoing fight that I have like a ADD and I just forget. Like, so Natasha's constantly telling me she wants me to take her out and I have to like set like 14 reminders to do it. And when I do it, it's good. I mean, honestly, she's better, but I just need to like remember that she needs that.
What kind of date night does she like? Like, does she like to go out to fancy dinners? Does she like to Netflix and chill? Like, what's date night? Best date night? For
me, the best date night is she sort of watches me do PlayStation. And like that's kind of like that's cool. I'll like put in like.
Does she like to do that?
Yeah, I put in nicotine pods and I just chill and I play like The Last of Us or something like that, or Apex Legends with my homies. And she gets to, and I let her listen to the chat, the group chat. So that's fun for her. No, we like spas. We like spas. I would say that's the sweet spot is spas. Fancy restaurants, sure, yeah, we do that too.
But y'all like massages, like couples massages.
Hell yes.
Have you ever been to a bathhouse?
Like a gay bathhouse?
No, like a what is it called?
Did you see the panic in my eyes when you asked? No,
there's like one in New York. It's called Ancient Air Baths.
Oh, you're talking about like a Russian Turkish bath or like a Korean spa?
Yeah.
Well, bathhouse. I don't know if you know this, Lauren, but bathhouse doesn't usually refer to a spa. It usually refers to like a gay cruising spot. And I thought you were putting me on the spot, and the answer is no. I've never been. No, I have been to a many spas. I have an RV, and I take Natasha on these like trips. My whole thing with Natasha, she's like you. She's like fancy, right? She's a lady, and I am like a beta male. So the way that I express my anxiety about my beta-ness is by trying to do alpha things, right? So I'm a beta with an alpha rising. I'm like a gamma male, and so I like to camp. I have like a big tough RV, like it's a truck, but it's not really an RV. It's like for tough guys, It's like cool. Look at me, this like overland vehicle. So we'll go on like long camping trips where every third day we have to check into like a nice hotel. So that to me is like the sweetest spot of what we've got. Like we'll do 3 days in the woods and then 1 day at like a really fancy hotel.
Yeah. What does retirement look like for you?
Oh my God, let it be tomorrow. What would retirement look like for me? I want to be on a beach with a surfboard and chilling with my family. And yeah, I would do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you want to retire?
Of course.
Yeah.
But I feel very lucky. Like I'm everything I do, I really love. So I wouldn't mind doing
this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think staying in touch with like how lucky people like us are is like such an important thing. Like just to be able to, I mean, what do? You go on dates for a living with people and meet them and have a conversation. Same with me. We have this podcast, like our love turned into this podcast where we like do love advice and like, and then I go do stand up and then I get to write a book and then I get to meet I get to have a adulterous affair with a woman in Texas. Like this is my job. Like I have to stay focused on that.
Yeah. It's good to be reminded sometimes.
So maybe never, maybe no retirement. They say comics don't retire. You just get old.
Well, Ron White did.
I introduced him on stage last night. How is he retired?
It's crazy how February is the shortest month and has so many things to celebrate. There's Valentine's Day, President's Day, Black History Month, and of course, Groundhog Day. But if you really want to celebrate something, make February the month you plan to be debt-free. And PDS Debt can help. I have some personal friends of mine who use PDS Debt, and it has helped them so much. PDS Debt has customized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, then this program is for you. PDS Debt provides options that consolidate your debts into one low monthly payment. Let's celebrate you starting to get out of debt. Right now, PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. Head over to pdsdebt.com/date to get your free debt assessment today. That's pdsdebt.com/date for your free assessment. pdsdebt.com/date. My closet was chaotic. Crammed with a bunch of clothes, but nothing to really wear. The game changer? Upgrading to high-quality, affordable pieces from Quince. Now I have a wardrobe of luxury essentials that transition from one occasion to the next. And I stayed on a budget. Do you like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters for only $50? Organic cotton sweaters, washable silk tops, and timeless 14-karat gold jewelry for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Because I do, and it's all at Quince. I personally really love the pants that I just got from Quince. They hug my waist, they fit perfectly, and I have worn them endlessly. Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/firstdate for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/firstdate to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/firstdate. Looking for an easy way to have some fun without leaving your house? Check out DraftKings Casino, the #1 online casino in America, with over 300 real money games. I'm partnering with DraftKings on this video to let you guys know about an exciting deal they have going on right now. All new customers who sign up using promo code DATE and make a minimum of $5 deposit will get an instant match up to $100 in casino credits. So head to DraftKings Casino app right now. Sign up using promo code DATE and make a deposit of at least $5, and DraftKings will instantly match that dollar for dollar up to $100 in casino credits.
If that's retirement, I like that sound of that.
I guess when I think of a comic retiring, they're not doing tours anymore.
Right. I could do that tomorrow for sure.
Because he will perform at Mothership 4 nights a week, but he just steps out of his house and goes and has a good time.
Right.
He's not, and I don't mean that in a way like he's not working. He's not out on the road. Because he told me he was on the road for ever.
Oh, and that's the road.
The road.
Yeah. I love, the old saying is like you get paid to travel and you do the show for free.
Yeah.
Like that's the truth. Like when I'm on the road, I'm on stage, it always feels like magic. And I'm always like reminded of that thing, like how lucky I am. And then the minute I step off and it's like 11:10 in Indianapolis on a Saturday night and I'm in my, like at the Courtyard Marriott picking out like Doritos for my nightcap, I'm like, I gotta get off the fucking road.
Yeah. Well, your wife went topless on stage recently.
That's a good segue. One of the best segues. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I mean, I would feel like fucking cool. Like
I was, I guess the word is furious and cucked. No, I thought it was like the coolest shit I've ever seen. I thought it was like so punk rock and so awesome. Like, and back to what you were saying before about like remembering and have fun and be like, to me, that's what it was like Natasha's having fun on stage. Like that made me really, really happy.
Yeah.
And also the next segment in the book is Burning Man. And I've been going to Burning Man since the 90s. Nudity for me is like, there's nothing about it that is like, I don't feel that
like,
at all.
Oh my God, boobs.
Like zero.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, listen, if Bert Kreischer had like titty fucked her, that would have been upsetting. I would have called him and her. I would have had a conversation with both of them. But the fact that she followed him and took her shirt off, I thought was like the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I thought that was really cool too. I wish I would have seen the set though. I wanted to know what the context was behind it.
I think it was just that she was following Bert and Bert didn't have his shirt on.
Oh.
And so she came up and took her shirt off like he does. And it was like this, like, I mean, it was so badass. The video is so cool because it like shows her and she looks so hot and like such a fucking badass. And then the camera pans around to Bert, who's like, ah! He's like losing his fucking mind, like with joy. And I just thought, like, I loved it. She told me she was doing it, and I was in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about your relationship with her?
My favorite thing about my relationship with Natasha, there's a lot. Like, she's got wisdom that I don't, and I think that's like a healthy relationship. Like, when I help her with things and she helps me with things, she's calm. Like, dude, I'm sorry for calling you dude. I used to spend my whole day, I thought it was like a part of my comedy brand to go back and forth with trolls on the internet, like commenters. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, it's my brand. It's part of what I do. I go there. I go in on these fools. And I would be like 8 hours into like an argument with some fucking loser in Tallahassee going back and she was like, why are you spending your life doing that? That's a waste of your psychic energy. And it just never occurred to me. Like, I just thought like, that's what you do. And I haven't looked at an internet comment in probably 3 years. Like, I don't even look anymore. And that's 100% because of her. And it was her wisdom. And I've got wisdom that she doesn't have. And so I really love that. I love working with another person, another artist who's like, we can bounce ideas back and forth. She read my book when I was writing mine. I read her book. We gave each other notes. We do a podcast together. We've written on TV shows together. We've toured together. Like, it's what I was talking about in the beginning. Like, it's a romantic partnership and it's also like a creative partnership. And that's like super fulfilling and nice. And also she's hot.
What is your exit strategy for it? I just said
Oh, and I've been saying like this whole time. We did talk. It was not toxic. She's been a perfect gentlewoman. But we did talk about and likes and getting them out.
Saying,
It's so I've been doing like, and I've been self-conscious about it. Maybe we can help each other, actually.
I think so.
Yeah, like somehow I will remember this conversation every time I say like, and I want you to remember me every time you say
I will.
Okay, this is good.
So I'm going to slow it down.
Slow it down. Take the out. No more likes.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do the rest of this podcast without an or a like.
What a challenge. Let's try this. What is your exit strategy for a terrible first date?
So like I guess like my exit strategy for a terrible first date. I used to get out like when I did it. I used to get out like this is awful. Why did we do this to ourselves?
I have no idea, especially at the end.
This is like the opposite of good podcasting is thinking about the way that you're talking.
I know.
Okay, but when I felt it's over, I would bail. I would go, I remember I was out.
But how would you bail?
I would say, good, like, I don't think this is going to work.
Straight up.
Well, I remember I was dating a girl once, and we had gone out on a few dates, and I paid every time we went out because it was the two of us, right? And I would pay for the date. But then the third or fourth date, she brought two friends, and she got all upset that I hadn't paid for her two friends as well. And I go, I'm not just here to feed you and your community. Like, is that what you thought this was? It's not happening. And she got super offended. She's like, I think I'm worth it. And I go, you are worth, I don't know, you're worth it, but I'm not a food fund. And I remember I was at the time I lived in a studio apartment, and the distance between where we were fighting to the door was so short. It was 5 feet away that I just said, I think this date's over. And we got up and walked out. And then I said, I can't believe you would let a $10 Thai meal get in the way of our future together, and close the door in her face. That was rude. I apologize.
It's too late to take it back. I said it again.
I've been saying like this whole time. Don't worry about it. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I can't get up. I have my headphones in. I'm locked in.
Do you want me to go turn it off?
Unless
I will do that for you.
You know who that is? I can tell you who it is right now.
It's your boyfriend?
It's a spam call.
Oh, yeah.
From AT&T.
Unknown caller?
I moved out of a studio that I used to shoot in a lot. And all I used, it was just a shooting studio. And I had Wi-Fi there. And I didn't return the equipment.
Oh, they're after you.
And so they want their equipment back. And they even told me that I was going to be sent to collections over this. And I told them I lost it. I was like, I don't know where it actually is. I've moved, and I had movers come and pack up all my stuff. I would have to go through my entire storage unit to find this stuff.
You can't just pay for it?
I'm not going to do that.
You know what? This has been an actually like the best first date I've ever had. And I'm feeling bad about that woman who I wouldn't pay for her Thai meal. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you, sweetheart. When I get out of this podcast, I'm going straight to the AT&T Supercenter here in Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna buy your router.
Oh,
I'm gonna pay for your router, girl.
That might be the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me.
I told you I've changed. I went to therapy. I know how to treat a lady now.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, no, I'm a good guy.
And I got a book out of this.
Oh, yeah, you did get a book.
I'm winning.
I feel like I'm winning,
You're a great
too.
person today.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Natasha, you're a lucky bitch.
That's right.
All right, we're going to do my favorite tasting menu. This is a series of questions where you have to just, off the top of your head, say which one.
Okay.
All right? There's a bunch of them.
They're choices.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
it's like
let's
this or
do it.
that.
Okay, cool.
The first one's not a this or that, though. Okay. The oldest thing in your fridge.
There are, I would say, layers of hummus from like different like eras of my life. Like, you know what I mean? There's like multiple buckets, and I'm like, I don't know which one to throw out. I think it's time to do a hummus purge, actually. Because like, I don't know what the modern one is.
Perfect.
There's ones in there where there are Bible characters still in it.
That is so funny. Do you just eat hummus raw, or do you
No,
eat
what I'm saying is I buy, well, what do you mean raw?
I mean, do you just eat it by the spoonful? Because you're making it sound like you just eat it.
No, it's like, first of all, I'm from California. And we eat hummus, okay? So I don't mean to like do a culture shock for you or whatever, but
I
that's
lived
just
in California for 16 years.
That's just who we are. Okay,
Okay,
but
you're still
now
defending
you're
it.
here and you don't get our culture anymore, okay? We eat hummus, we go surfing, okay?
Have I changed?
We vote for Sleepy Joe Biden. That is who we are.
Ew.
Okay,
All right.
no.
East Coast or West Coast?
Oh, West Coast, ocean.
Deep
yes.
dish or thin crust
Well,
pizza?
they have the, hold on.
You
I'm
don't
an
get
idiot.
to elaborate.
Well, okay, sorry. I just feel like an idiot because I go ocean. You said East Coast. They've got an ocean there too. West Coast. I like the Pacific. Keep talking. Sorry.
Deep dish or thin crust pizza?
Oh, it depends on the day, but you know what? Okay, fine. I'll double your deep dish and I'll say yes.
Ocean.
West Coast. When I'm on the East Coast, it's thin crust. When I'm on the West Coast, I'm doing a deep dish.
Okay. Do we like pineapple on our pizza?
I actually do. A pineapple and jalapeno pizza is well, okay.
Star Wars or
Hey, I
Harry
don't
Potter?
need any noises from the sound booth. Okay, you didn't get asked to be on the podcast. Pineapple and jalapeno is a good combo, I'm telling you.
Moving on.
All right, fine.
Star Wars or Harry Potter? You look like the kind of person that likes both.
I am a both for sure, but I will say the Star Wars means more to me, and Harry Potter is more me. I am Harry Potter.
You are.
Yeah. Listen, don't point and laugh at me. I don't like what you're doing.
Literally look like an old Harry Potter.
Okay, first of all, fuck you. That's the old was so unnecessary. But you know what? When I used to work for a long time. I was a sign language interpreter, and I worked in like public schools.
Because your parents were deaf,
My
right?
parents, they still are. Well, my mom still is deaf. My dad's dead, so he can hear me in heaven, and he loves your podcast. Can I just say that he loves your podcast?
What an angel.
But I would go to public schools in like Oakland and Richmond, and in the early years they would point and laugh and say, "Ha ha, Buddy Holly," and then eventually they would point and laugh and say, "Ha ha, Harry Potter," and I was just like, that's just a white person with glasses. Like, this feels like...
No, you have like the circle glasses.
All right.
The only thing you're missing is the little lightning bolt on your forehead.
I'll tell you what, though. Why am I Harry Potter? Is because, not only because I look exactly like him, but because like my whole life has been, and that is what that book's about, is like feeling like a weak, sort of have no friends, powerless kid, and then all of a sudden
bam!
I go through a portal, I go through that little turnstile, and I'm in a different universe. I found my people, and I have magical powers. Stand-up is like that, and I feel like don't you feel like you have a superpower in a way?
Kind of.
Yeah, it is like that.
But mine are on my chest.
No. Yours are above your chest.
Okay, Dad. Best music to have sex to?
Total silence, so that I can whisper, I love you, I love you, I love you," over and over again while making unrelenting eye contact and stroking Natasha's ear. That's the way she likes to do it, and that's the way I like to do it too. I'm not a big music guy, but I would say house music could be good because you can get your rhythm.
Okay. Yeah, coming from a true raver.
That's right.
Leather or lace?
I'm not a big
on a girl, obviously. Not what you like to wear.
All right, no, I get it. I'm not a big lingerie guy. I think lingerie is a con. I think it's like, no, I've never met a man that's like, "Oh, I love it. Yeah, give it to me." I think it's for women. It always reminds me of like a White Snake video when a woman has lingerie on. You know what I mean? Like just like a cocaine on top of a Corvette or whatever.
Yeah.
So nudity, I would choose.
Nudity.
I'll choose nudity.
I like that. So ghosts or aliens?
I'm gonna go aliens because ghosts aren't real and aliens might be. Yeah.
Okay. Mohawk or mullet?
I'm gonna go. I'll choose mullet because as an insufferable hipster, the mullet is a style I could actually rock.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, cocaine in the nose.
Favorite cocktail?
I'm not a drinker, so I will say. I will go for Diet Coke. Ooh, that's weak, huh? That just feels so weak.
It's very Harry Potter.
You think Harry Potter drank Diet Coke? That's butterbeer, girl. Don't get it twisted.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee all day. Black coffee. I heard a great. There was a guy introducing a competitive hot dog eater. It was at one of those contests. And the barker that was starting the event, this is one of the most profound things I ever heard in my life. This old man is like 90 years old at Coney Island introducing the competitive hot dog eaters. And he goes, I don't know why he introduced them like this, but he goes, "When we are young, we drink our coffee with milk and sugar, then with only milk, then black, then decaf, then we die." And I thought that was the most profound poem I have ever heard. And I'm on black, so I'm like one notch away from death.
Favorite car?
Favorite car is definitely my truck, my RV. I have a Tiger Pro Van on a Chevy 2500 HD chassis. I'm a real man, and I jerk off in the front seat. But that's my favorite. That's like my baby. It goes my child, my wife, my truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
For my dessert question.
Yes.
How did you propose to Natasha?
I just had my attorney contact her, to be honest. There was a very complicated prenup. We went to New Orleans, and we ate at a restaurant called Irene's, which is like a really nice restaurant. And I had the ring, but I was so nervous, and I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. Actually, even we went to Hawaii first, and I was going to do it there. And I was planning on doing it, and then we went swimming at a beach in Maui, and she got like slammed by a wave. so hard that she dislocated her shoulder.
Ooh.
And when she came up out of the water, it looked like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. Like it was just like, and I was looking at her shoulder. I go, I can't help. Like there's nothing I can do. I need to run to the beach and find a real man. So she was in a sling, and I'm like, I'm not going to propose to her here. So then we got to New Orleans. Like this is a few months later. There was another time I almost proposed to her too, on the set of Another Period, her Comedy Central show, which I wrote on. There was a moment where it was like a Carrie scene, but it was a bucket of shit, and it was like when the shit bucket turned over and like she was covered in fake shit. I thought this would be a perfect comedic moment to propose to her, but I didn't do it there. But we went to Irene's, and then I walked her down to the Mississippi River, to the banks of the Mississippi, and I did not get down on one knee because that's some bitch shit. No, but just I was too nervous. But on the banks of the Mississippi River in New Orleans, that's where I proposed to her.
And you stood face to face.
We stood face to face. I looked her in the eyes and I said, "How would you like to join me on our journey together down the river?" I didn't say that.
And she just said yes.
She said yes
as fast as possible.
And to be honest, we went home and we had sex like immediately afterwards. And I always thought that was weird, like that we got horny. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this life together, you and I in partnership forever. Oh, let's go fuck. I always thought that was a weird, but that's what happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me. Nice to date you.
Nice to date you too.
And I hope you enjoy the book.
Yeah, I really appreciate the book. For you guys out there that want to read this cool book, Subculture Vulture, you can find it. Where can you find it?
You can find it on Amazon or any any bookseller. Find an indie bookseller, even better so. And I honestly would love to have you on the podcast because it's like you're a dating expert, and we have like all these young people calling in asking for advice, and you'd be so fun on there. And then we also have this thing called the Secrets Hotline where people call and leave their deep, dark secrets.
Ooh,
and I think you'd really like that.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
They can find me at Moshe Kasher, Endless Honeymoon Podcast, moshekasher.com. I'm touring. I'm coming to a city near you. I got all kinds of stuff coming up. And the book is out now. I'm excited about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.
First date.
Your parents are your roommates?
First date.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of First Date. My guest today has a brand new special out on Netflix called Big Guy, and you can buy tickets to see her live at RachelFeinstein.com. Did I say it right? Feinstein.
It's Rachel-Feinstein.com.
Feinstein.
Or you can go on my Punch Up Live page, which is, it's just go to punchuplive.com and it's reach and just search me. They have other comic states on there too.
I got trolled so hard on your name, dude.
Really?
I went live last night on my Patreon account where I have people like submit questions for me to ask you.
Oh,
and
cool.
everyone said it was Feinstein with like 4 E's. They're like, that's how you pronounce it. And I was like, I don't think so. And they were like, no, it is. Trust us. And so I feel like I got trolled.
No, fuck them. You know what it probably is? This is really ridiculous. But one time somebody said Feinstein in an interview and I just repeated it back to them like because I didn't want to make them feel bad about saying it wrong. So then I said it back the wrong way. Isn't that insane? That's insane.
It is insane.
But I just like, I don't care that much. I feel like whatever. I'm not one of those people that it's like Stein, who cares? It's not a hot name either. It's like if it was like, it's like if your name's like Normal Weintraub, which I feel like Rachel Feinstein is the equivalent of that. It's like, whatever. Who cares? Traub, Trib. I don't know. So I'm not going to be in porn. That I know for sure. Yeah.
There's still time.
It's not a sexy name. You can say it any way you like.
Okay.
Fuck them haters.
Fuck them. Anyway, love you guys. Please stay subscribed.
Yes. I love you too.
Okay, so speaking of them, some of these questions are from these massive trolls.
I only mean the ones that scolded you. The rest of you guys, I want to marry you, and you can, please feel that you're all collectively inside of me during this.
This is the best gangbang they've ever had.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you guys. Somebody should definitely cut off my mic.
We're gonna start off with some appetizer questions. Do you believe in soulmates?
Maybe like a collection of 4 or 5 people that could deal with my nonsense.
Yeah. Have you ever been friend zoned?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Always. Yeah.
What do you mean always?
I'm a comedian. Nobody wants, it's like not a lot of, from obviously when you're absurdly hot, it's a different story. I keep trying to find a way to relate. And I'm like, no, that has not happened to you. But I feel like, there's a lot of like male comic or people in, I don't even know about stand-ups, but just like people that I've known through this kind of work, like a producer kind of person, like I don't want to say names here. That's what I'm trying to avoid, keeping it kind of vague. But that I've had crushes on, and they've sort of reaffirmed my place in their life, which is that, speaking of being inside, they don't have any desire to be inside me. Yeah, that's definitely been gently shown to me.
Well, I've been with my boyfriend for like 2 years, and I asked him the other day to rate me on a scale of 1 to 10. And without skipping a beat, he was like 7.3.
I've gotten a 7 many a time. So you're a fucking 10. If I'm a 7,
I'll
tell you right now, you're an 11.
I was like, what am I doing that like I'm not a 10? And he was like, like sometimes your personality sucks.
He said that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
What's insane is that I stayed in the relationship.
Oh, please. I've been with people. First of all, my husband, half of the special is about how he can't compliment. I'd be like, do I look okay? And he goes, there you go. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's not an acceptable phrase. I'll be like, do I look okay? He goes, there you go.
Yeah, you also don't ever want a guy to tell you that you look okay. You want a guy to be like, you look great.
Yes.
You know?
My husband will never say that. I'll be like, do I look okay? And he always goes, he either goes, there you go, or he goes, are you comfortable? I'm like, I didn't ask that question. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he does not. He cannot compliment. He is emotionally pretty worthless. He's fine. He's a good hang, but no, he doesn't like fulfill any like desires I have to feel. No.
How long have you been married?
We've been married since 2018. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you point that out to him? Like when you said that to him, did he address the fact? Did he agree that that was an unacceptable thing to say?
He still sticks to that to this day. It's okay. I think it's like how you accept your last name as like Feinstein to other people. I just accept that I'm mid now. So anytime that someone's like, whenever I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, it's probably a 7.3 today.
Don't you think that he's just like nagging you because he's afraid you're going to leave him?
No, I think he knows I'm never going to leave. I'm so clingy. We went over that. I go over this all the time. I'm unfortunately clingy to a fault. I'm never gonna leave. It's okay. He could tell.
I'm not a leaver either.
5.
I stick around. I put up with insane kinds of scenes, all manner of nonsense.
Behavior issues. I'm here for it.
Me too.
When you first start dating someone, do you think that there's a certain kind of game you have to play to catch someone?
I do a little bit, but most of the time they're going to find out who I am anyway. They could look me up on YouTube and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning I tried for a certain amount of time when I first started dating, but once they can Google you and know that you're, disgusting generally. Yeah. I can only fake it so much.
What is the best way to break the ice on a first date?
What I always do is I'm not sure that I should recommend this, but what I like to do something fun and silly soon, because then I can see if the guy's going to be a good hang or not. Because like, for example, like the first time I met my husband, we were in a bar and this guy kept getting kicked out of the bar and he just kept coming back in again like, yeah. And that's always funny to me. Like those old 80s tropes where like somebody's told to leave somewhere and then they're like, guess who? Different top. That always makes me laugh. So I kept joking with him that was his dad, and then he wanted to reestablish a relationship with him, post incarceration. And he like right away just was down for that. He's not like, he's a fireman. He's not like a, a comedian.
Yeah.
But I could tell. But I feel like if somebody's down for that kind of nonsense, then I'm like, they'll be fun. Then we'll get along.
Yeah.
You know? Like the first time we went to like a store together, like we hadn't been together that long. It was like our first trip. and we went like did some light shopping, and we were in the store, and I asked if he would pick my arm up like this, like, and take me out like I was in trouble. And he right away knew what he was supposed to do. He's like, yeah, I got it. I'll take it from here. And I was like, I don't want to go. I want to stay in the store. And he was like, no, you're never leaving. That's that. And I was like, no, but my kids want to stay here. And he just like got the skit. And if somebody's just down for some sort of foolishness like that, I'm like, oh, we'll get along. Yeah, because I like just all manner of nonsense. And he was up for nonsense.
Yeah. Well, that's important when someone can play with you on your level.
Yeah, right? Do you feel like your boyfriend's playful? Is he silly like that? Like,
yeah, but in like different ways. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy that will keep me on my toes, calling me a 7.3. You know, like he plays with me in like other ways where I'm always just like dumbfounded, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I have to say, like, that should be. I mean, it is shocking because you're saying it, but I've also asked guys that question, and I've never had any of them say 10. You know, like, just lie to my face.
Yeah.
I've also asked, like, I've been like, how did I rate, like, sexually? And nobody's ever been able to look me in the eyes and say I was the best they've ever had. Like, they couldn't maintain eye contact and stay with that lie. They're like, well, you're zany.
Zany?
You're fun. They gave me a compliment that had nothing to do with sex. They're like, well, you're a good hang on the grill or something. You know, it was unacceptable. Yeah. Everybody knows. I don't bring a lot to the table sexually. I do. I kind of phone it in.
What do you think is the best gift a guy could give a girl?
Best gift. Jewelry. I like jewelry. I'm pretty traditional like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like you can have a collection of jewelry.
Yes.
You know?
I love jewelry.
You can't have too many bracelets.
Have you gotten a lot of jewelry in your life? I
have.
Yes. I have not gotten a lot of jewelry.
Have you told men that that's what you like to receive?
Yes. Yeah. I've told my husband. He's, I have a joke about it in the special. I mean, he got me, I don't talk about this in the special, but he gave me a $50 Amazon gift card for my birthday.
Stop, dude.
Yeah, no, he's just worthless with gifts. Yeah, he doesn't really know how
And
to
what
do
did you
it.
buy with
or
that
he'll get me
$50?
something from Costco, like a bangle from Costco or something.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm worth, actually, the more I think about it. I'm worth a bangle from Costco. Just a dumb whole bracelet, you know, like just not even two, not even a set.
Yeah.
But no, I have not gotten a lot of jewelry, but that's what I'd like to get. Yeah, that's a good gift.
Well, I haven't always gotten like nice jewelry. Like I've had to be with someone for a while to get nice jewelry. The other people that I've been with have gotten me things like a coffee mug at Christmas. I was with a guy for a year and he got me a coffee mug that was made from a model that he met on Instagram.
Can you explain that a little more?
Dude, it was Christmas. I was with this guy for a year and he loved coffee. Loved coffee. And he was a very granola kind of guy. He was like earthy and surfer and all this stuff. So for Christmas, I bought him like a really expensive coffee maker.
Oh, that's nice.
Like
gift.
a Breville.
Yeah, that's a very thoughtful gift. Yeah.
And then for Christmas, he gave me a coffee mug.
So
I feel like we should have. It should have been like
the dumbest gift,
dude. And there was no handle on it. It was like you had to hold it like this. So when it got hot, you just burned your hand or you left it there.
Oh my god!
And so not only was it absolutely stupidly designed, but he then told me that he was so excited to give me this gift because he found it through a model on Instagram that he went and met up with. And then
oh my god.
And then she showed him all of the pottery. And then he also bought an incense holder that I could also have. And I then looked at this girl's Instagram and she was like a 10.
Right.
And I'm just like,
and she was just making pottery all day?
Just being a Victoria's Secret model and making pottery and meeting random men off of fucking Instagram. This dumb ass dude. Like we broke up very
deep moron.
After. Yes, yeah. So stupid.
That is
so it hasn't always been jewelry for me.
I have also gotten once, probably the dumbest gifts I've ever received. My friend would buy weed from this guy. He came over, we started dating, and He came over to our house to see me and sell her some weed. And by the way, this is how he courted me. And I still stayed with him. This is like, I was not in a good place. He brought over a duffel bag when he came over and he's like, hey, can we talk for a second? And he brought me into like the side bedroom. I had a crush on him. So I thought I was like, it's happening. It's real. Like I was excited when he brought me into the bedroom, by the way, in our own apartment. He's like, can we speak in the back here? You know, I was like, oh yes, stick it in. So we go back there and he has a large duffel bag and he just opens the duffel bag, unzips it and just shakes out like this. Just a lot of rose petals, like just a hostile amount of rose petals. Isn't that the dumbest? It was one of the dumbest moments of my life, just watching him do that. And like that to him, he thought he was courting me. He brought in this ugly, like green, just like military man bag. And he's like, here, that'll do the trick. I should be fingering her in no time. And I just sat on this bed. I've never felt as profoundly lonely and excited at the same time. Because I was like glad he liked me, but I knew that he was just, I mean, a guy that does this is, you're going to be alone forever, even if you're with him.
Yeah.
The guy that thinks this is a good idea.
He thought that was probably very romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for a drug dealer.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, make 2024 the year you finally check it off the list with Babbel. Be a better you this year with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching, so you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world. I like to use Babbel when I travel outside of the country for key phrases, and they help me communicate and get around. Here's a special, limited-time deal for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/firstdate. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/firstdate, spelled BABBEL.com/firstdate. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Let's get into our main course questions. If you were going to plan a date night, would you rather dress up or be casual?
I like dressing up. Yeah.
Yeah?
I like to dress up. Yeah. I wear dresses in my specials. I've never been. I feel like when I do that effortless look, it's not good. Yeah. No. Like I could try to pull off that like lazy pony. I always just look like I'm fleeing something when I try to look casual. Yeah. I look like I'm running away from something.
Yeah.
No, I like dressing up. I like wearing dresses and heel. I was never like that female comic that wanted to like dress like a Beastie Boy or anything. No.
Yeah.
I like dressing up. How about you?
Same.
Yeah, it's fun.
100%.
I enjoy being a woman. I like wish I could be a woman in so many different eras. I'm like, oh, I want to have 40s dresses. I love all of it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good time for Halloween. Like, but for Halloween, sometimes I'm usually a man. I don't know why. Like I was like Charlie Chaplin one year. I was just like, this is a great way for me to not have to talk to anybody.
That is kind of good. Yeah. It's like a break from being looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just walked around with a cane and like a little suit and a top hat and a little Hitler mustache. You know, it really worked for me.
I understand that. I feel like if I was like the kind of hot where like it would be exhausting where everybody's staring at me, I feel like I would wear more disguises. I'd wear like more because it's got to be annoying. Men are just like coming everywhere and like slipping and falling and shit. No, yeah, I would dress like I was going for a bank robbery every day.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, give yourself a break. Give yourself a night off. Also, I feel like Halloween, you look cooler if you don't try too hard on that day.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's nothing I love more than just seeing like all the lingerie that comes out on Halloween. I mean,
it's too basic. Like that's a night to take off from your whoring.
Yeah.
And I come from a long line of whores. But I say that's tonight. It's like
chill out.
Play it cool tonight.
Chill out. Be a man.
Yeah, your stock goes up if you don't try too hard on Halloween, if you're not all greased and whoring on Halloween.
Have you ever cried on a date?
Yes, actually. I don't know. It wasn't a date. It was like a hookup.
Even worse.
But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. My brother's friend in high school had a crush on me. And I shouldn't say had a crush on me. He came home violently drunk and probably just like wanted to be with any woman. He probably couldn't even see. It was just like a smear. That's probably all he saw. But he came into my room, was like, hey, or something. I was like 16, you know, and he like was like, can we talk for a second? And sort of tried to hit on me and hook up. And then I wasn't really crying, but at the time, I think I was 15 or 16. This is so dark. I had seen on a soap opera I liked, like a woman crying, and I thought that was cool. So I was like, here's how I'll get him more intrigued by me. You know, I'll pretend like I'm sad about something that like happened to me.
You'll be the damsel in distress.
Yeah, it's really dark. But I used to watch this soap opera. This will date me, but it's okay. I'm in the winter of my life. I watched this soap opera, Santa Barbara, growing up, and there was a character that was like accosted or something, and she had this hot like Latin husband, Cruz, and he would always like save her and come visit her in her little recovery bed and like kind of wipe her down a lot. It seems like a really relaxing life, honestly. And she would weep and he would think it was attractive. So I think I thought like, oh, I'll try this little move out on him, and he was like immediately disgusted and annoyed. Yeah.
And then he left.
Yeah, and then he just like left, which by the way, all of this probably saved me from something I would have actively regretted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was just a drunken smear. He wasn't going to remember it. Like, either way, I would have been let down eventually. He just wanted to be inside something female at that hour. It's probably good that I pretended to weep and totally grossed him out. He's like, I don't want to deal with this shit right now. He just, like, burped and went to sleep.
Oh, my God. Has a guy ever tried to, like, out-funny you on a date?
Yeah, that's always a bummer when they start out and, like...
It's too much.
It's too much, right?
What do you do when that happens? Do you just...
I laugh a lot. I pretend to laugh. Yeah.
You go with it?
I don't like tell him he sucks, you know? Like, I feel like I need to pretend they're funny. Yeah, that's what I do, honestly. I just try to, I'm just like, we should switch and then the world would be happy. But I feel like most bad dates, you're going to be lonely the entire time. It's just like an aching level of just like, we both, I mean, no, they don't know. I mean, if one person in that situation, like I think because I'm being fake, he probably thinks it's going great. But I just don't want to like blow up his spot, you know?
Yeah. He must be so confused. Like guys that do that must feel so confused when they go home and then they just never see you again. They're like, but I thought she thought.
But here's what I think about that. Like, I feel like on a first date, just be nice to each other. If you don't want to see each other again, blow the person off. Like, to me, that's not ghosting. Ghosting is when you have had a relationship with somebody and you
disappear.
And you disappear, which is fucked up. But to me, one date, I don't need a guy to detail the reasons he's not attracted to me. Like, beat it. What am I, from the fucking 20s? Burn the road up, fella. Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm going to be nice. I'll laugh at your jokes and yeah, and then it'll be a wrap. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. That's how I see it.
What's the biggest turn on for you?
I like a dude. I'm very like, I don't like a skinny guy. I like a thick thigh. Even if I'll see a thigh that's thick, I'm like,
A man.
Yes, I like a guy, just like dusty from work and thick. I don't like skinny. I don't want some kind of ironic little, I mess my hair up and spritz it that way kind of. I don't want a stylized man. I want a man where you don't remember what he's wearing. If I remember what a guy's wearing, it was a problem. I don't want a guy to take like a sassy risk or wear some sort of blouse or something. It's disgusting. Nothing grosses me out more than like a man who like I used to have a bit about this, just like chooses some necklaces for his day. Like, what'll it be today? It's disgusting. Yeah. I remember dating a guy and he wore like some kind of like, he took like some sort of sassy risk. It was like the third date. And I was like, oh.
No.
Yeah. It was kind of like a bodysuit. I've repressed it to some degree, but like, it was like some kind of tight, shiny bodysuit. And I was just like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then he was wearing these pointy boat shoes. Like, he looked like a captain. I'm like, I don't want these buckled shoes. I don't want to feel like I'm in trouble all of a sudden. Like you're an evil captain principal. I want a man to just be wearing a few plain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy's outfit should not be a series of like fun risks. It's disgusting. Don't you guys agree with me? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk to you. I haven't learned the rules of things here. I just ask for snacks too much. I don't know.
That's so great. I totally agree.
Yeah, dude, period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me do the dressing up.
Yeah, and you could be a little dumb. I'd prefer it, honestly. Yeah.
We both need to not be good at math.
Yes.
What is the best way to show a man you love him?
I have to think about that. Can you tell me? I don't know.
I think
What do they
blowjobs
want?
work.
That's fair. Yes, of course.
Or dinner.
No, my aunt said the same thing.
If I cook,
Yeah.
you know, I
At
think
the end
that,
of the day, just a nice long-winded blowjob. From a person that speaks like that.
Yeah, the voice and the way you look at me when you say that makes me feel like you mean it.
I do feel like different guys are different though. So like Pete, like my husband, like, you know how they have that languages of love thing? Like he's
Yeah.
all acts of service. Like if he wants me to empty the dishwasher.
Yeah.
He's like a practical, like, yeah, he wants me to run errands for him. I'm not saying he'd like, I'm not saying he's not into blowjobs, but I'm just saying he'd prefer if I like picked up his dry cleaning or something first.
Yeah, I dated a guy that wasn't into blowjobs, and it gave me the biggest complex ever because I was like, because he told me that he wasn't into blowjobs after I had given him a blowjob.
Yeah, that's not the moment you
So it
strike
made
up
me
that conversation.
like I wasn't good at it,
You
and I
were
was like, wait, let me. And then I was like, let me practice, and he was like, no, I don't like blowjobs, and I was like, oh my God, and it really fucked me up.
Yeah, that's insane. The comments, I'm just going to leave that so still because the comments are just going to fill up for
They'll
that
accumulate.
one. Yeah, I'll let the comments do the
We'll
work.
let the
here.
guys give their opinion on that one.
Yeah, that's insane that he said that to you.
Have you ever gotten
afterwards.
a Brazilian wax?
I have.
Do you like them?
Very painful. I just shave everything. I can't.
Yeah.
No. It was excruciating.
I did it only once too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what that feels like, and
Oh.
we don't need to revisit that.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever dated multiple people at the same time?
No. I always wanted to be one of those people that could date like they do on TV. Like, oh, I saw Sharon last night and I'll see Kelly on Tuesday. No, like, what would it feel like that to have, to date like where you don't have too many feelings about it? No.
Yeah.
I'm either in or I'm out. And when I'm in, I'm like, kind of like you were saying, my heart's racing. I'm like, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. What do you think a man should smell like?
I don't mind cologne, but it's not necessary as long as it's not too much. Just like I said, like just some sort of work, I also don't like a lot of landscaping with men. Like I don't want you to do too much like over shaving and tinkering. Yeah, just like whatever happened to you that day. That's what he should smell like. I'm realizing as I'm saying these things how dumb they are. I didn't know before I said them.
It's
How dumb
okay.
I am.
They're not dumb, and it is true. I mean, you
Thank
like
you.
a guy to smell like he's been doing things.
Yeah,
and
just
look
a normal-
like a normal guy.
Very much.
Yeah. I get
Working
it.
class. That's my type.
Have you ever had a bedroom disaster?
But what do you mean by disaster?
Like something went horribly wrong?
Like in the sex?
Yeah.
No, I think, but not that it went that right. I just think it all falls under the umbrella of underwhelming. Like not that many wacky things are happening that there could be a big slip up. Yeah.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Like when you said that, I just pictured like some sort of acrobatic, like, yeah, like that means if there's like big mishaps in the bedroom like that, like if something wild happens, I feel like you have to be really good in the first place for that. It has to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like what have you had happen like that? It's interesting.
I would say that like being told that the guy doesn't want a blowjob ever again is pretty disastrous. That was a blow to my ego.
Yeah, that's just his shit. That has nothing to do with you. All of these things
Yeah.
you've told me men have told you seem to have very little to do with you.
I can't think of like any crazy disaster either. I'm like,
yeah. For some reason, I pictured just like somebody hitting the wall, like you're in the middle of a threesome, and like somebody's wig fell off or something.
Right. I was wondering if like something like that was gonna come up. These questions are meant to stir the pot.
They're exciting. I like them. No, yeah. Not too many crazy things. No.
Yeah. What's an appropriate age gap for dating?
My husband is like 2 years younger than me, which he loves to just remind me all the time. He's like, seeing an older woman just works for it. Like he always just has to run over it again and again. But for me, I think like between a few years of each other, like, like I'd say around 7 is solid cap for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually would prefer the guy's older. In this case, he's not, but yeah.
Yeah. My boyfriend's also younger than me, but only by 6 months. And he's the same way.
He like
always
lets you know.
tells
He
me that
reminds
I'm
you.
the older woman. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you were into cougars already. You're a child. If you could have a secret sex dungeon with a quirky theme, what would the theme be?
Ooh, I would say costumes. I do like a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've
fun.
never done full role play because it always just seems like, I don't know, how do you even get that started? But I wouldn't mind a costume. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you like to be taken out of a grocery store, and pretend like that's kind of like role playing,
Another thing I'll do is I'll have him like order for me. I'd be like, you order, like, this is so dumb, but I'd be like, you order the pasta. I really want like a chicken Caesar, but you order the pasta. Or I'm sorry, here's the game. I'm getting the rules wrong. So I'm going to order a pasta. This is what I say to my husband. I'll be like, one of our first dates. And then you interrupt me and be like, she's going to have the chicken Caesar tonight. And it's always funny to me. Always funny. We were out at a restaurant and I was like, you know what I'd really like? And he's like, whoa. And then he's like, I think tonight we'll do. He said, will do. By the way, I was so impressed with that word choice. He's like, we'll do a chicken Caesar for her. That'll be we're setting some limits. Always funny to me. And then just the waiter just looking at him like, also, I feel like everybody wins there because now this girl has a story. Like, she's just like, it's fun to hate someone. She's like, this pig.
Yeah.
She's going to be nicer to her own boyfriend that night, Everybody wins. She has a story to tell her friend. Like, you're not going to believe what happened today at the old restaurant. Fun all around.
I can't wait to play that game.
It's fun. It's very fun.
I never even thought about that.
I get really into it. Sometimes I'll tuck the napkin in, like I'm really just licking my chops. I told him to take the napkin out once, but he couldn't. He just kept trying to laugh. I was like, when she comes over, be like, no, and then just take it right out. Let me know. Not tonight. Mm-mm.
Do you have any pet peeves on a first date or on a date when you're out? Is there anything that drives you nuts?
So many things. I went on a date and I'm not kidding with you. The entire time he just complained about his ex Diane. He was just furious at her. I remember he was like pumping his legs. He was tiny, but he was kind of pumping his legs like he was just like he was on a swing, just getting angry at Diane all over again. I really talked him through his divorce and the issues that he had left over. Let me tell you, Diane sounded like a real cunt, but he's like, and I'll tell you another thing she did. And it was just, yeah, I mean, come on.
You know what mine is?
What is yours?
When people lick their fingers at a nice restaurant.
Oh.
I've seen it.
That's
It's happened.
insane.
And they're just like, at a restaurant, I'm like,
that is so dumb. I've never
my
seen anything like
God.
it. Yeah, that's a hog.
Yeah.
That guy needs to be put down like a dog.
use your napkin.
Use your napkin, you
You
moron.
know, and it's like,
Yeah.
what do you want to keep it white? Does it need to stay freshly clean? But it's
Yeah.
like people that do that don't know. Like my mom the other day came to town to visit me and I took her to a Mexican restaurant and she went to get something and it fell on her finger, like in her ring. And she went like this to like lick it from the ring. And I literally grabbed her wrist and I was like, don't you dare do that. We are not doing that as a family. We are not licking our fingers. Use your napkin. And my mom was so shocked because she's a pretty proper person. So for her to do something like that also just shook me. I was like, I come from someone who would think to do that. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's not good.
No.
I've eaten off my shirt before though, but I was at home.
I feel like if you're at home and we're having
Yeah.
chicken wings, lick.
I find food on myself all the time, just like a last lap of snacks for the day. But if you're at home, that's different. But I've definitely found something like on a tit and been like, why not?
Yeah.
Gifted myself with it straight off my own can. But yeah, that's crazy that he was like licking his dumb fingers. I'm a moron. Go ahead.
Okay, so my dessert question. What is the most romantic thing your husband has ever done? I also want to know how he proposed. If you could tell me how he proposed and then the most romantic thing he's ever done.
Most romantic, I'm gonna have to comb through a long log of memories because he's not romantic. The way he proposed. Okay, so I knew he was gonna propose because my friend told me he was gonna propose that night. She knew that I would care, like I would want to look good for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and we were set up. She's another comedian, also married to a firefighter. So she called me up and she was like, tonight's the night or whatever. So I knew it was going to happen. So she's like, get a manicure, She knew I wouldn't want to be busted.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I appreciated the heads up. But
Yeah.
So we went to this little restaurant and then I don't think he expected it to be so packed in the restaurant. So it was like a Tuesday at this restaurant on like near the Comedy Cellar on McDougal and called Monty's. And he came in with this big, dumb, puffy coat. And everybody just like stopped and watched him because he was probably nervous and red.
Yeah.
And then he right away, I think he kept his dumb coat on. Like he had like a North Face on. And he got down on one knee and everybody was like, who's this weird guy in a black North Face? Like, what is he doing? Like this bright red man. Like they probably thought it was the beginning of like an active shooting or something. Like, he had a very strange expression. And I felt bad for him because he didn't expect it to be that packed on a Tuesday. And it was like a tiny restaurant. And it was in New York where people are loud and fucking annoying and intrusive and in your business. So he gets down with his North Face jacket and he takes out the ring and he's like, you've made me a happy man. And then this lady goes, it's a proposal. He's going to propose. This pig. She's like, it's a proposal. And then everybody's like, okay, he's proposing, And then he goes, you made me a happy man. Will you make me a happy husband? It was nice and simple. Very much like him. But it was sweet. He opens the ring. I plucked it out before waiting to put it I didn't even realize that. He told me that later. I was like, he's like, yeah, you took it out of the box. And I'm like, ugh, disgusting.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I think they're supposed to put it on your hand. I don't know. Could somebody tell us? Let's go to a caller. Could somebody tell us?
I feel like if
I
someone...
thought they were supposed to put it on your hand. Do you guys know?
Yeah, a bunch of unmarried guys in here.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like I would do the same thing, though. I'd be like, oh my God.
Okay, you're making me feel much better about this.
That's what I would do.
He teased me about it later. He's like, then you took it. You got greedy. He said, you got greedy. I'm like, it was mine, bitch. Yeah. He's like, you got a little greedy there. Like, yeah, fuck him, actually. So I took it. I plopped it on my hand. And then this lady was like, some other lady in the restaurant was like, what's your name? Are you on Facebook? And then I was like, Rachel Feinstein. And then somebody goes, oh, what's his name? And then I was like, he said, Peter Brennan. She goes, is he Jewish? And I was like, no. And then I go, but he's a fireman. And this woman goes, oh, thank you for your service. And they all kind of
What
like.
is this, a nursing home?
It was
What is
very
going
strange.
on?
That's a good follow-up question. There was a lot of old bitches in there. It's good restaurant. I mean, it's good restaurant.
It's like a Luby's cafeteria situation.
Luby's cafeteria. It was. There was a lot of like nosy. But one lady did say to me, she was very nice, but this is an insane thing to interrupt a proposal for. She said, remind me, I have to give you a lemon chicken recipe that saved my marriage. Also, what was happening in your marriage that you needed a lemon chicken recipe to save it in the first place? She's like, oh, remind me, I got to give you my lemon chicken.
That's to cover up the anthrax.
So then, she like tagged me like on Facebook the next day, like some pictures she took. It was like, we kind of just became friends with the whole restaurant then. And then later she did send me that lemon chicken recipe. And years later, I was on this TV show. It's like a British TV show about lying. I can't remember what it's called, like Lie Detector or something. It was like the American version. Basically, you tell 2 true stories and 1 lie. And the contestants have to guess whether you're lying. And one of my stories, and then the person from the real story is in the audience and they like stand up.
Yeah.
So my story was, somebody interrupted my proposal to give me a lemon chicken recipe that saved her marriage. And everybody thought it was a lie. They're like, yeah, right, bitch. She would do that. And then I brought the woman back. I messaged her on Facebook and I was like, do you mind being on this weird show? And she was like, I can't wait. She was like all excited. And then she stood up and then they I think they ran the lemon chicken recipe in the credits.
Stop.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
That's
that was
awesome.
a proposal. It was it was very New York. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that it was so memorable. That's great. That's such a good story.
Thank you. It was pretty cool. He also was engaged before me.
Oh, really?
And so all his friends kept calling him Slippery Pete. They're like, it's anyone's guess whether it'll make it down the aisle. No! Slippery Pete. So I was still a little on edge. I'm like, is it going to happen? Because I think he bailed the last time. But
he bailed.
I think it was like kind of like a mix of but it didn't work out. They called him, I'm sure it was his fault, but they called him Slippery Pete. But he did make it down. But I was like a little on edge till the very end. I'm like, okay. All right.
We made it.
We made
here.
it. We're going to lock it in.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Man, thanks for coming on my show. This has been so
This
fun.
is so fun. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
Rachel Feinstein _ is my Instagram. Big Guy is my special, which is streaming now on Netflix. And you can get my dates on the road at rachel-feinstein.com.
Amazing. Yeah, cool. Guys, make sure to check out her special. See her live and in person. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.